I would like to give you some more insight of how Swiss school system works. So these are the three most important things of working with Swiss school system. So first of all, there will be the material that is delivered by a logistics manager or by the coach himself. So that might be possible if a location is still very small. It makes sense that the coach delivers the material. Also, during onboarding, all the material is delivered by the coach. So that means a school receives the material and there will be a handover list where teachers or owners have to sign that they received the material from Swiss school system. Also, it is written that material is only borrowed for the time of our cooperation. So, second, the school will access our educational Swiss school system website and will see all the activities that they have to do during the week. Normally, there is mentioned on what day the lessons should be held, and it is also important that they follow the right order. So when schools are doing that during onboarding, they get help from the coach that can also explain a little bit more about how to log in and everything else. After onboarding, the schools should be able to find everything by themselves on the platform. So the school will then do all the activities during the week. During onboarding, there are not so many as later. There are more and more every week during onboarding, but it is between 3 and 5 activities every week. After onboarding with normal Swiss school system lessons and subjects, there will be 7 activities. The school will take videos or pictures of their work. So if they only draw pictures with the children, they can also take a picture of what the children were drawing. If they do an activity like gymnastics, it's nice to have a video. When the teacher is reading something, we also need a small video. These videos, so that means 7 in the minimum amount per week, need to be sent in the WhatsApp chat by every school. There, the location manager will check if the school sent all the videos, maybe also call them to send one more if one is missing, and then decides whether the school can continue or needs to repeat to do all the activities that were missing. Here are the materials that we provide. So first of all, there is the internet. That is really important that schools can access our educational websites because there they will find all the activities. If a school does not have a smartphone or internet access, we will help them. We can give them a phone and borrow it for the time being, for the time of our cooperation, that they can use it. Those phones have a special code on them that the teacher or daycare owner cannot use it for private purposes. It is only for school purposes and it also needs to be kept at school. It's not a private phone. There at number 2, we also have loudspeakers. This we will provide for every school because we think it's really important for the children to sing with music, to hear stories in a proper English, to feel rhythm, to have fun with a loudspeaker. This is also borrowed by Swiss school system. 3, we also will print all the lessons. Normally, they are on the internet platform, but sometimes it's not really easy for the schools to access because there might be only one phone for different classes. So the coach will also print some paper versions of the activities that the teacher can also take them along while doing gymnastics and so on. Number 4, we believe that stories are important to be creative, to dream, to learn. So we have a few stories on our platform. Those will also be printed by the coach and hand over at school. So it's very easy to distribute. We won't give hardcover books, as you can see in libraries. We give PDFs. With the books, I must mention that normally they always are written in 2 languages, in the mother tongue and also in English. Number 5. Here you see some rocks. No, we do not deliver rocks, but we make sure that teachers also know that he or she can use normal material that he finds on the street, or leaves from a tree, or some things that look like trash. Sometimes it can be a string or soap. Doesn't look like much, but you can do a lot of things with those, let's say, cheap materials. But number 6, there are also the expensive materials. One that is not pictured here, our main material is the wooden blocks, because with wooden blocks, practically like every week you can play with wooden blocks, and not just the same things. There are so many activities you can do with wooden blocks that are so important. So that is our main material that is kept in every single daycare. Here you see some other toy that is also an educational toy for fine motor skills. These toys are found in a material kit. Material kits will start in onboarding week 8. And so kits, you can imagine yourself as a big bag with educational toys. There are always 2 types of toys inside that the schools can use to divide their classes into different groups. Those material they are stable and they will rotate from school to school. That means children can experience more than just 1 or 2 different materials. It's really important when you talk to daycares that we don't sponsor anything else apart from these things. We also don't give money. We would like to help daycares, but only with material and education. So when I show you the process when a daycare wants to start with Swiss school system. So first, the main job of a coach is also to, number 1, visit and find new daycares. So that means a coach will go around, look for new daycares, call people, and find daycares that are interested in talking about the new system. There you will present what the Swiss school system does. When the school really wants to start working with us, they can fill an application. The application is found on the SchoolSys website, on the normal one, can be downloaded there, or could also be printed by the coach and handed over to the daycares. Then when the schools are sending the applications with the signatures, when they know what they have to do, what is their responsibility, then they will send it to us and will be read by the country manager, and there we will decide whether the school can continue or not. So I must say that we normally don't start with schools with less than 15 or 20 students, because the coaching does not make sense then. Also, we don't go to rural areas where it's not worth the trip. So there we can motivate the daycares to find some other daycares that wants to join us too. So then it would make sense for a coach, if we have like 7 or 8 daycares in also a little bit more of a rural area, we can also start with them as a new area, kind of. So when the country manager says, yes, we're doing that, this school is approved, it will be talked about the starting date, when the school wants to start, and the coach will visit the school again and will do the whole briefing. Will explain the whole system, will explain everything a daycare needs to know. And on that point, the onboarding will start. So this 10-week onboarding, you will hear a lot because it's the main teacher's education. So we don't send teacher to special Swiss school system colleges. We educate them on the spot in their daycare that they are already working. So that means they can still keep their job, they can do all the Swiss school system activities and learn being a better teacher while doing that. So these 10 weeks are like a step-by-step program. The teacher, in the first week, the teacher only learns what rituals are and learns a song. Second week, it's already a little bit more activities. More and more activities will follow. Then also the responsibilities of a teacher will grow during this time, during these 10 weeks. After these 10 weeks, a coach should be self-reliable, should be able to read all the instructions, should be able to log in, to follow the activities, to follow the descriptions, and to send the videos in the chat. So this onboarding phase is just a teacher's training in general, supported by the coach in the location. After the onboarding, the school will receive a certificate and continue with normal subjects of the curriculum. The normal subjects, they contain 7 different activities every week. So here are some things you need to know. So starting is always possible if the country manager decides that a school is suitable to work with us, except for July and December because of vacation. The end, a school is free to end our cooperation whenever they want. Also, Swiss school system can end the partnership anytime when a daycare is probably not sending videos anymore or does not prove that they are willing to work with us. What happens if a new teacher will be employed in a daycare that is already working with us? So if the new teacher has no Swiss school system experience, this class with the new teacher starts with the onboarding again. That does not matter, the children will enjoy it. If a new teacher is employed with Swiss school system experience, that means that teacher had already been trained on the onboarding program, they can continue with the normal subject that the children were working at. When a new school year starts in January, we must decide what to do. So if most of the children were leaving the daycare and they would attend like pre-primary or primary school, it makes sense to start new, to start fresh again. But there, if the teacher will be already experienced with Swiss school system, they don't need to start with the onboarding again. There is this special subject in the beginning of a school year that is called My Day at the Daycare, where the children will learn what is a daycare, what they will do, what are the activities, what is the daily routine of a daycare. During vacations, some schools are still open because of the parents. They need to work probably. So they will only have a reduced number of children. So if that happens, if half of the class is missing, they shouldn't continue with the normal curriculum. They should inform the coach or the location manager, and then they will receive a subject that is called vacation material. It's also like a login on their website, the normal login, and there it shows them the vacation material, where they have a lot of very interesting and fun activities of Swiss school system. They can sing, they can do games, they can experiment, they can craft.